Yes, guys, how's it going? So, first take, let's get this. So, how I built my Skool community to £12.5 thousand a month in 3 months. So, a couple of things around the Skool community itself. We are about to go into how the community runs because it's quite important, and then how I've actually been able to get it to 12.5k in 3 months. And this year, the goal is 300k run rate, and we're moving towards that quicker than I expected, to be honest. So it might even be higher. So about the community itself, this is an evergreen community, meaning I can place people in it whenever I like. But we've also got the benefits of the cohort community, meaning we have opens and closes, we have launches and everything else. So I can put someone into the community, they can go through a track of content that's specifically designed to get them the exact result that I promised them. At the same time, they've got access to me to be able to customize that content around their specific situation and be able to get them the result even better than if it was just the content alone, right? So how I built my Skool community to 12.5k in 3 months. Tiny little truth here is the Skool community existed for around 3 months before that, but it was under a different name and it was a different thing, and I didn't start building up recurring revenue until 3 months ago at the start of this year. So I needed a catchy title, but really it's been a kind of 6 months, but 3 months since we've been actually building up recurring revenue. So how the community actually runs. So you might be here because I said Skool. Skool is a big thing at the moment and people are interested in that. So I'm going to run you through the Skool platform itself, how we run it, and how we manage to get it as a evergreen community where we can place people in at any point, but they can still have the same experience and really, really good results. So we don't just use Skool, we also use WhatsApp as well. I really like WhatsApp, I like WhatsApp group. So we've got a WhatsApp group chat as well, which is where all of the action is, which is why there's not too much here other than me. But people have dropped into the Skool, and we have the start here and a couple of directions pointing people in everywhere. So literally I can take someone on, I can put them here, and they're shown around every single place that they need to be seen. So straight away they're onboarded and they know exactly where they need to go, exactly what they need to do, and they are introducing themselves in the comments like so with a nice little selfie. In here we've got the classroom, so all of the trainings, all of the course and everything is in the classroom, right? So they come in and the offer has promised them a specific result, and as soon as they come in they have the way of the aligned coach, which is the exact trainings that they need to go through that is going to pretty much give them their unique idea, because we take a service and we create a unique idea, turn that into a really, really good offer and a multi-tier offer, which we're going to talk about in a second. And then finally, how to set themselves apart in the market as an authority and continue to build demand, which again, we're going to talk about a little bit in this call. So they go through here, right? So they can join, and then at any point, they're able to go through this stuff and be able to get on a really, really good track. Some people have come in and made like a lot of sales instantly as soon as they start to go in here. So they come in and they get instantly on the right track without, needing to be live with me or anything. But at the same time as they've come through here and they have access to all of this, they've also got access to all of the mastermind sessions we do, which I'm about to talk about in a second. They've got access to way more trainings. They've even got access to like peak performance workshops and stuff like that. We've got the calendar here, right? So we have 2 calls every single week. Sometimes they're trainings like this one, but most of the time they are masterminds, right? So they've got all of the stuff to go through here, which is going to build them up in knowledge and implementation and everything else. There's worksheets in here and as close to done for you as we can possibly do. And then they have 2 chances every single week to be able to come to an intimate mastermind group call where they can ask any questions that they like around the content, around their business, around everything. So they've got direct support and access to me to be able to take the content and the things that they're going through and everything else, and be able to customize it specifically to their situation and get the answers that they need to be able to move forwards, right? So that's how we can blend evergreen and cohort together. So they go through the stuff and they get the access or they get the things that they need, they get the answers that they need, and they can join at any time, and then they can come to the group calls and they can get the support that they need as well. Very soon, once we go through that, they start to go off in all different kinds of directions. We also kick off with a one-to-one call, because I find that everyone's in a different situation, and really we've got the track there of like the content, but it's always slightly different for each person, so I can understand exactly where they are, exactly who they are, exactly what they've got going on, and then we can start to make those changes, right? So that's the community. So if you was here to understand around how Skool works, right? There you go. But the reality is, this has nothing to do with Skool, right? Skool is a hot topic right now. Alex Hormozi's, jumped in and invested in it and all that kind of stuff. Skool's a hot topic right now, but really, this is more around a community based business that just uses Skool. Of course, we also use WhatsApp, and a lot of these guys in here as well actually get access to me as well. So now let's go into the important bit, which is, well, how do we go from basically zero recurring revenue to 12.5K in 3 months using a community-based program that happens to use Skool as its platform, right? So we use something called the multi-tier offer. This is an absolute game changer. Truly is. The old way of doing things is one offer with one price point for one person, blah, 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 blah. It's hugely limiting, right? And I've taken people on who have been in huge mentorships that they've had success in the past, but now they think that their audience is dead. As soon as we bolt on a couple new tiers to their already existing offer, they start making sales again. I had one guy that had only made one sale in the last 3 months. He joined, and in the first week, when we added a new tier on, he'd made 5 sales, right? So the multi-tier offer is very, very powerful, and that is what all of this is. It is the multi-tier offer model. So what is the multi-tier offer? Really simply, it's one offer with multiple tiers of access. That means on the front end, it makes for very, very simple marketing, very, very simple delivery, because in the marketing, you're selling one thing still, you're selling to one person still. Delivery wise, it stacks, meaning, it's not like, okay, this person gets this, which is all the way over here, this person get this. It all stacks. The community stacks, the one-to-one stacks, the different levels of access, maybe even done for you stuff. It all stacks on top of each other, right? So it's really, really simple marketing on the front end, just as simple as you're already doing, actually more effective because you can articulate what you do in different ways. Delivery is really, really simple as well because it all stacks on top of each other, but you can make way more sales because of what I'm about to talk about. Hey, way more sales, you can make way more money per client, and you can take clients further because they've got more levels of access to be able to move upwards or downwards to stick around for longer, right? So what I like to do here, and what I like a lot of people to do, is we optimize for easy sales on the front end, right? Now we've got an offer with multiple tiers. We can literally optimize for easy sales on the front end. Most of the time, sales made just through DMs. We've got people making 2K sales just through the DMs up front because we've done this in this exact way. We optimize for easy sales on the front end. We give them an amazing service inside, right? And then that naturally, because of this multi-tier, the nature of the offer, the multi-tiers, that naturally creates a lot of upsells because people join, they realize, oh, this guy's good. And then they want to move up the levels of intimacy with you, whether they're just getting good results and they want to get more or anything else, they start to move up the ranks and they start to pay you more for more intimacy and they get exactly what they need. So at the end, you have a paid community that you focus on serving and making more money from, right? So you can serve this community, and in a second, we're going to talk about how that becomes a flywheel, and then you start selling things because how you're running the community. It becomes a flywheel. So your marketing, your content, everything is done from this community. I'm going to show you that in a second. But you've got this paid community now who are paying you, week on week or month on month. You're getting paid anyway. And you can use these people to be able to upsell them, to give them more, and to help them more and make more money, right? It's the ultimate model. So So one thing that's really, really important here with the multi-tier offer is, more important than the Skool. Maybe you came here to look at the Skool thing. The most important thing is your offer. Now, I've already talked about it, right? We sell through the DMs a lot of the time. Some of the people still want to use sales calls, and that's absolutely fine. But a lot of the guys inside the Align Coach, and me included, we sell through the DMs. And we do this with a really, really well put together offer with all of the stuff that I'm about to say and the other bits as well. And it's all on the document, right? So the multi-tier offer is actually here in this document, right? So it talks about in this document exactly what's going to happen inside the program over the next 12 months, exactly what's going to happen inside the program over the next 6 weeks, exactly how those weeks are going to look, which is these phases, which you've now just seen inside the community as well. Exactly what's going to happen after these phases with stage 2, stage 3. So instantly they know exactly what's going to happen. They know exactly what they're going to get as well, which is over the next 12 months, we're going to turn your business into a six-figure business with just one offer, one marketing platform, and one organic lead generation funnel. And it's all usually using this multi-tier offer system, right? And down here, right, it's all one offer, but they've got the option to join for £100 weekly. So it's optimized for the easiest yes possible, £100 weekly with no being locked in for any amount of time. And then they can upgrade for an extra £100 per week. They can upgrade to more one-to-one. So they actually upgrade and get access completely to my calendar. So they can book in calls whenever they want to get the help that they need. So we've got multiple tiers here. I'm about to change this moving forwards, and there's going to be a couple more tiers. But currently on this offer in this tier, this one, for now, they did still get WhatsApp. And here, they also get access to my one-on-one calendar to be able to book in Zooms and stuff like that. So the most important thing here is the offer. Like, do people want to buy it, right? And when I work with coaches and we start to really change around the offer, because most people haven't even got an offer. They've got a really, they've just got a service, really. Once we get an offer and it's a unique offer and it's actually compelling and it works, the rest becomes very, very easy. So let's now talk about how we actually sell this thing, right? How did I grow this to 12.5K over 3 months recurring? Well, it's pretty cool because a lot of coaches, right, have a hard time with their time. Now, the reason for that is they're looking at all of these different parts of their business as separate entities, right? You've heard it before. Oh, I have to wear all these different hats. I'm a content creator, I'm a marketer, I'm a coach, right? So they wake up and then they're a content creator and they think, what content shall I create today? And they create the content as its own separate entity to optimize for best content. And then they think, okay, now maybe I need to create a lead magnet or do something else that's going to generate me leads. Then they start thinking like a marketer and they think, well, okay, what can I do? What can I create that's going to optimize for getting as many emails, opt-ins and stuff to create leads? And then they go into their coaching and they think, right, now it's time to get my coaching hat on and do what I do best and start being a coach, right? So we create something called the aligned ecosystem, right? A congruent ecosystem where everything leads on to the next, yeah? Content is congruent with your marketing, meaning content, it does the marketing anyway, but it's congruent with, things that are generating leads and stuff like that. And then your marketing is congruent with your offer and your coaching. Your coaching is the heart of this all, because inside the Align Coach, we work with coaches who love what they do because they've built an offer that's completely aligned with them. And they love being able to create for their community. They love to be able to, get creative and give themselves space to do that. So the coaching is the heart of this. The offer, the multi-tier offer is the heart of this, right? So they create for their community and it becomes a flywheel. So as I'm saying here, we use the community for content and marketing and it becomes a content flywheel, right? So what I mean by this is we have this, I'll talk about myself, it's easier. I have this community. I spend my time creating really cool shit for my clients. I spend my time listening to my community's needs, seeing what's working really, really well in the market, seeing what's not, seeing what people are struggling with, and coming up with genius ways to be able to overcome these problems. And then I put it together as content for my community, right? Then my content on my socials, I talk about what's happening in my community, who I'm helping, how I'm helping people, what I'm creating, all of these different things. And all my content on socials is, and you've probably seen this because you're probably from socials, all my content on socials and email is talking about what's happening in the community anyway, right? But then what's even cooler is when it comes to marketing, well, we're already creating really cool intellectual property inside your community, right? So we take this intellectual property and we use this for marketing, right? Whether it's ripping something out of a group call that you've done for clients and then being able to use that for a lead magnet, or whether it's being able to take something that you've created for clients that is a system or something like that and being able to sell that to your audience. And we're going to get into that in 1 second, because this is how I've been able to convert a huge amount of my audience very, very quickly without actually having to put too much effort in. And it's what we call the new era sales system, right? So this is using the multi-tier offer, using the offer as the heart of the entire aligned ecosystem. This is how we use this, and we take parts of it to create new customers every single day that eventually become clients. Let me show you what happens. So number one, let me just put a little dot there so you know what we're looking at. Number one, we get new clients inside your well-engineered multi-tier offer, right? We get clients inside. Then when they're inside, we focus on creating really, really cool shit for our clients. Then when we've created cool shit for our clients, like I just said, we repurpose this as what we call micro offers. So not putting out your main core offer to your audience, but saying, hey guys, I've got this really good thing and I'm selling it for just £30 or £20, or, you know, depending on your market, the price is going to change. But we take tiny little parts of your audience, your offer that you're already creating for clients anyway. So you're not doing extra work. We take it and we sell this to your audience, right? What we do is we sell the micro offers to your audience, and this creates customers. The really cool thing about this is, you know, let's say it's a £30 thing. If you're selling something that's £300 a month, that requires a lot of trust. Something for £30 does not require a lot of trust. It actually works with the way that most people buy, which is they buy by clicking the buy now button, and they buy on Amazon. They probably spent £30 on Amazon last night, right? So it doesn't make as much of a leap. There's not so much sales resistance there, and you can get so many more people becoming customers by doing this. But guess what? Then as they come through and they consume your micro offer, now they become really, really trustworthy of you, because it should be good stuff, right? So you solve one of their problems, but they see, shit, this guy's the real deal. Especially nowadays. This is why this is a new era sales system, because nowadays there is a lot of skepticism, right? So we get them in, we are able to serve them, and then they realize, shit, this guy's a real deal. At the same time, let's say you've got an audience of like 5,000, we are, you know, identifying, you know, the 5 or the 10 or the 50 at that moment who are actually the highest intent. Yes, you can do free stuff, but free stuff gets hundreds of people downloading it, right? But you don't know who's actually got the high intent. So these small paid things, you can spend a lot of time with these customers to eventually turn them into clients. And they then come inside your community and they come inside your multi-tier offer. And then the cycle continues, because we continue to get really, really good results for clients. We create for them and we document what's happening in our socials. And the cycle continues, right? So again, this is all from the heart of your coaching. So you don't have to wear all of these hats. We create for our community. We talk about what we're doing. We sell parts of what we're doing, and it brings more people in. And this just becomes a flywheel that just speeds up faster and faster and faster. There's so many more benefits to the new era sales system, such as being able to convert way more of your audience, being able to create new leads and customers every single week, but we won't go too deep into that for now. So this is how we've been able to actually grow it, right? And every single week, I've pretty much had a new one of these that creates customers, and then these customers then become clients, right? And then finally, what we do here, because it's an evergreen thing, and often with an evergreen program, people just, you know, they get burnt out around it. So we're always selling smaller things, not necessarily bigger things. And then we will still go through cycles of opening and closing. So it will only be, it's random. I don't even know when I'm going to open or close. I just kind of make it up, right? I assess demand, and then I go, okay, there's demand right now, let's do it. But we go through phases of opening for a week and closing again. We cap the numbers because I have one-on-one calls with every single person. I don't really open again until everybody is winning. And we open and we close again. in between opens and closes, that's when we're doing this thing, because this builds demand. We create more leads, more customers, right? So then when they come here and we open again, there's a huge amount of demand there for people to come through. And overall, this keeps us staying on the right side of supply and demand. So basically, that is exactly how I built my Skool community to £12.5 thousand per month in the last 3 months. And that is only going to keep growing because this flywheel just keeps getting faster. So if you've enjoyed this right now, I am actually selling. Yes, it's that thing that I just showed you. I'm trying to turn you into a customer, and 60% of the people that buy are most likely going to become a client because they like the stuff. So right now I'm actually selling the multi-tier offer for just £47, sorry. You get the multi-tier offer. You get the exact offer template that we've used for the multi-tier offer to be able to generate tens of thousands of pounds and even 2K sales through the DMs, an installation process to 6 steps on how to actually create this over time. And finally, there is also going to be a workshop with me live this Friday at 10 a.m. That's going to be super intimate. There's probably not going to be too many people there. And you can ask me anything. It can be around the multi-tier offer. It can be around the Skool community. It can be about anything. It can be around any bottleneck that you've got in your business, right? £47, you get this full deep training on the multi-tier offer that goes super deep into every single aspect of the multi-tier offer, of engineering, price, commitment, and your offer itself, building your offer and selling through DMs as well. And yeah, this is going to change the game for you. Cool. That's everything. That is how I built my Skool community to 12.5K over the last 3 months. And I hope this was useful.